From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Last episode we checked out the Gamora, investigated their shenanigans, and put an end to it for Mr. House. Today we are off to the Brotherhood of Steel. One, because Mr. House wants us to get rid of them. I really don't want to get rid of them. So we're going to go check them out first and see what they're all about. Also, Veronica wants to go back because that's her home. So we're going to do both of those things in today's episode. So I'm just going to get right to it, and I think we'll cut to when we get near the entrance. Okay, see you then. Whoa. Uh-huh. I've gained the bug stomper perk. Okay. Well, I was about to say we've made it to the entrance before we got interrupted.
Oh, that's it.
Now I just need to find the right entrance. Pretty sure that's not it. Oh, but boy, was it a nightmare getting here. Ran into another Deathclaw pack. That wasn't fun. I had to really pick and choose which one I would try to pick off. I'm glad I'm here while there's no sandstorm. This series has been, I mean, aside from the beginning, very lucky with the storms. I haven't really had to run into too many of those. But we're here, and the Brotherhood should be inside.
Hold on, I've got this.
You've got this?
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
I don't think they like you.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the second level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Second level to the right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Is this it? Level 2. To the right. Hello? Are we gonna speak?
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Are we?
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Sure, that's why I'm here.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Okay.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Alright, sure, thanks. I need to replenish my ammo after dealing with the death claws.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely.
Yeah?
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess.
Okay.
Name's Harden. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
No.
If you change your mind, though, come find me, and we'll talk more.
I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through head scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well.
Good intentions don't justify marching the Brotherhood to its death.
No, but it does make it easier to forgive him. He's just misguided. It's not too late to change his mind.
Okay. You think the Elder will listen at all?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
Okay. What could we bring him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
So what are we trying to accomplish?
That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers, or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
Right. How do you think we should do
Look
that?
at the followers of the apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide. Our elder before McNamara, he had a nose for recovering law.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Are you for real? What's going on?
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
I thought I was gonna get jumped. What just happened?
Pardon?
I hope you've been practicing your drills, Veronica. It's dangerous outside.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna head off to find these missing Brotherhood of Steel guys. And then, yeah. And then we'll come back and talk to the Elder. Alright, so we're looking for different ways to help the Brotherhood go on a different track. We found some research notes in this terminal. And there are three directions. We can go with a pulse gun that deals pretty well. It was designed to deal with power armor. Or we could go after some kind of advanced farming tech, which is what I'm leaning towards now, because I really don't need pulse guns. And then there's the Doomsday weapon at Helios 1. We're going for the farming tech, so... Huh. Oh, okay. So we're going to head off to Nellis Air Force Base and see what they got. Or maybe not Nellis. Camp McCarran. Oh. Okay, so we're going to Camp McCarran instead. Hello, guys. All the way at the end. Alright. Let's find out what kind of stuff these guys got. Okay, so far so good. Who are you?
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
Fiends? No.
Right.
Don't care about your fiend problem. I just want to know about the advanced farming tech. What the heck? Super dark in here. Where's the person I'm looking for? Upstairs? I'm going to assume yes. Maybe I assumed wrong. Power armor? I forgot the NCR actually does have power armor. Scientist?
Hello.
Angela Williams.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Sure.
Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves.
Of course we will.
Vault 22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible? Fair enough.
Get to the point.
My point is this. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Sure. That's what I'm here for.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts.
Oh, good.
Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Sure.
Best of luck to you. Not that you'll need it. You seem like a reasonably competent person.
It's not going to you. It's going to the Brotherhood.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault.
That figures.
There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name?
No.
Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
I'll find her either way.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything.
Can you tell me anything? Hildern mentioned the followers of the apocalypse.
My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR. Give us a bad name with the locals. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl.
Anything else about Keeley?
Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
How old is Keeley exactly?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years?
How does somebody
Maybe
live
more.
that long? Okay.
Right. Stay safe.
Keeley.
Hello.
Is Keeley a robot? Huh. A ghoul, maybe? Oh, that's possible. Alright, well, that's all the time we have for this episode. I think in the next one we'll try try to wrap up this Brotherhood stuff on the outside and get back to the Brotherhood base, and then see what's left from there. We don't have much time left for this episode. Fallout 4, not this episode, this series. Fallout 4 comes out pretty soon, like next week, something like that. So there's not too many episodes left, but for sure we'll wrap up the Brotherhood. That may be the last thing we do for Mr. House, though, for this series. But I have something pretty interesting, I think, for the last episode in this series. It won't be a Mr. House thing, it won't be any quests for this strip. It'll just be out in the wasteland. So thanks for watching, guys. Like always, leave a like if you like this episode. Subscribe if you want to see more from this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya. Really?
Sergeant! Stand
So
down!
you're the new Quinard design.
How'd we do?
Oh, the 6 wounded, Chief. No death.